with that player. So let's see what they've got, Lizard, as we're underway with game one.
Let's see.
Team Bright versus Supernova.
Let's see, my friend. I think that all your worries are sound. I do think at the same time that they have some ways of getting on top of Drow, like most importantly, Venge. Drow hates heroes that can disposition her, and Venge can always make that happen. Plus you have Primal Beast and Morphling to just rush on top of you once they get a couple of items. So they do have ways of reaching that Drow. At the same time, on the other side, you have Disruptor to meet you with Static Storm if you're diving too deep, Lion with an Impale. I don't know, this is probably the closest two drafts that I have seen so far, that we have at least casted in the TI qualifiers.
I'm looking forward to two things in this game. I want to see how Imitators have been performing quite well on these spellcaster heroes, so I want to see him again on this line, and I really want to see this dog Morphling, man. I just love, like, I hate Morphling as a hero, as you know, but I like great Morphling players. There's something about how they play the game, uber balls to the walls all the time, that's intriguing to me. And speaking of Morphling, finding himself having to dissuade some spells on the other side of the map, we see them running down on dying on the Disruptor. They should be able to find the first blood, some summoned hawks, and Kama gets the kill. Some bonus gold being drawn for the Beastmaster, and that's going to make this lane even better than it should be.
Yeah, that's the best way to start it, right? Like, you get that position 5 down, you get the first blood. As, like, the closer you are to Helm of Iron Will, the better your lane will be, obviously. Sheep, though...
Oh, Sheep's dead. Very nicely done. Blood grenades, man. Strong item. They've been watching solo replays. They know that if you play Disruptor, you show up to lane with blood grenades, and it nets them a kill on the Phoenix.
Yeah, the thing is, this lane, we said it earlier, it's not going to be easy. Disruptor and Drow, for me at least, are probably up there as the strongest combos in the game when it comes to the safe lane. They have 2 slows, and you can't juke the Drow. Like, Drow hates... What does she hate? She hates when you go into trees and she can't follow up with Frost Arrows. Well, Thunderstrike is going to keep vision on you all the time, so you can't do that. Plus, it mini slows you. It's really difficult to deal with.
That spell just over the years has been quietly just buffed into absurdity, honestly. It's so strong. Like, Thunderstrike and Glimpse, those spells are just ridiculous right now. Just for whatever reason.
Yeah, Glimpse always has been, right? Like, Glimpse is just one of those spells that the way it works changes the game, changes the way you have to play, so no matter what, it's gonna be broken.
So our observer was trying to get us to pay attention to the top lane, so let's do the right thing. Unfortunately, I don't think this lane is gonna be quite as action-packed as the one down bottom. Like, we're gonna see a lot of harass. I think, like, the only person I think can die here is Imitator. I don't see anybody else legitimately
he will die right now.
Imitator is about to die. Taking right clicks, he's gone. Yeah, but it's only him. I don't see like Venge or Morphling dying or the Doom either.
Yeah, but that was literally a solo kill by Chola. Easy for Chola. Easy for Cholizi. He went in there, he got a lion kill. I mean, Venge right now is ridiculous. You can't trade in the lane with her, so not surprised.
The one lane that's sort of going completely even right now is this mid. Ember versus Primal. Feels like one of those lanes where absolutely nothing can happen. So they're just gonna trade farm, you know, watch each other, get some CS, nothing more you can do about it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all about the rotations that happen towards the mid or away from it. Top lane, you talked about Irving and how he cannot die. I'm not so sure about that. Oh, the Hex!
He's fine, bro.
The Hex.
He's fine, bro. Imitator is on it, he's got the right spells. He's got a Fairy Fire and level 2 Scorched Earth. He's fine, bro.
Okay, that Hex was right on time. He would have died if not for the Hex. Very nicely done.
Wow, Irving has no chill, though. He literally just walked back in the lane. He was, I think, trying to... He knew that there wasn't any mana on Shola, but if Shola had mana, Irving would be dead right now, so...
He could have it, right? Like, he has Healing Lotus. He could have used it and spammed him, but Irving... Let's see, he's healing up way too much, plus another Fairy Fire, plus a Ring of Health now. Yeah, the lane is changing.
Ooh, oh no!
Or it's not.
All right, you know, It's one thing if he should be healing up, but, you know, Irving, step back and give yourself a chance to heal, bro. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he has no chill, like you said.
Good old Irving.
There's a rotation down bottom, and never mind. Is he changing his mind?
He's thinking about it. I think they recognize that their position on the map right now, it's not that easy to dive heat, and, you know, Karma pretty much has no mana right now. Has a healing lotus and some one charges, but I don't think he could get off all 3 of the spells.
Look, you could see that they were waiting for Venge to show somewhere. Now that he's shown himself back on top lane, perhaps they can play the lane properly. But nicely done. Heat and Disruptor really realizing that they shouldn't approach the lane when Venge is missing.
Irving right now gonna just be spending a little bit of time in the lane, catching up, getting closer towards finishing his Vanguard, just farming up, you know. But now he has full HP, shouldn't be dying anytime soon. Instead, they're gonna try and make an attempt onto Heat. They jump in with these Hawks, and they have a lot of damage. Karma going in for the hit. Beautiful Gust pushes back the Primal Beast as he arrives. They still end up getting the kill, but they might get some revenge here. As they're going for Karma, they find his life. Undying, though, definitely pays the price for this one, as Han able to bring him down. Imitator should follow him into the grave. A beautiful 3-hero Earth Spike, but it's not going to be enough. Double kill for Han. They only lose 1 hero in the process. And if you don't rotate your Vengeful Spirit, you might as well bring the Primal Beast to get the job done.
Yeah, it's one of those moves, right? He's only level 5, but he still moves, rotates in, gets you all these kills. And yeah, you did lose a bit of farm on the mid lane, but not really a lot. Phoenix will get that level 6 before Han. But look at them, they're pretty much the same level at the moment. A really nice rotation by Primal.
That's the NTS Classic. He's the one that pioneered it in this region, where literally every single game at level 5 is when you make a rotation. You go try and make something happen on the bottom lane. Ideally, you do so with a rune in tow as well. Worked out from there. He might get level 6 very shortly, but he might also... Oh, man, if he had level 6, they could have realistically killed Phoenix, but very sadly for him, didn't find the necessary experience, and Phoenix will just grab a regen rune top as well.
Yeah, it's that 1 XP that he needed, that 1 creep that needed to die, right? Irving is playing like a really interesting game on top lane.
He has no chill. He's saying, I am not dying here. He's posting up, really relying on the fact that he has this Scorched Earth, plus he has Vanguard, plus he ate the... Oh, wait, mid lane. Han throwing out the first Pulverize of the game, but not really going to make anything happen. Okay, never mind.
Debated.
You know, you hear that loud sound, you're like, something cool is about to happen, but then nothing happens. You're
Yeah,
like,
you turn your camera back to mid and he's cancelled it already. Nice.
So, looking bottom towards where this Drow Ranger is, what do you think in terms of itemization? Like, where does she go nowadays with her item routes that's most effective, do you think?
Do you think it's any different than before? A couple of raid bans with the Dragonlance early on. I think that should be it. I can't see it being much different. Like, have you seen?
Maybe she wants that shard. I remember at the tail end of last patch, I saw people upgrading priority and buying the shard. But I guess that's less relevant when the enemy team has Venge already, to just swap you out of it.
I mean, I can see that happening as well. Like, in this kind of a game, you definitely need ways to move around, so I'm suspecting the Dragonlance into a pike to be a first rush. Then afterwards, just the standard Drow build into the Morphling has always worked, so...
Oh, we're undying. I think he's dead. Blood Grenade gonna slow him down. Nice glimpse back, though, onto the Phoenix, but I don't think he survives this one. Han will come in with the onslaught. They find the kill. They might not be done just yet. They could potentially rotate down bottom. They have Primal Roar at the ready, and they realize this. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. They're talking to themselves. Is this kill actually viable?
Yeah,
Unfortunately for them, though, Team Bright is coming in immediately, ready for that counter rotation.
Yep.
Imitator and Phoenix. Will you live? He's dead. Sorry, Phoenix. Tried his best.
Well, there's Roar, actually. He's fine.
Brought down. Oh, Primal Roar. You're right. He's 100% fine. Instead, they turn back onto Phoenix. Nope. double damage rune with the Sleight of Fist will end up getting the kill. Han, though, shows up with the young little trample to bring down the lion at the very least. So it's going to be a 1-1 affair. Overall, though, Undyne might also end up getting brought down. Some axes catch him out. One more right click from this Dark Troll Summoner is all they need, and Kama will find the kill off the back of it.
And that should
So
be a
2-for-1 exchange, and they stop the rotation.
Yeah, that should be a tower as well. A simple one, considering you have a Dark Troll Summoner. Overall, so far, in the first 9 minutes, I've hyped Team Bright up during the pre-panel, right? Like I hyped them up that they're really good as players at the moment in comparison to these other tier 2-ish teams. But Supernova, they're just playing faster, they're playing better. The rotations from Primal have netted them way more than the rotations of Ember. Like Ember's rotations felt more like, oh, I just have to do something, you know. Yeah, they're crushing my side, I have to go do something about it. I never saw any big idea behind them.
Well, Ember will still have an opportunity to participate meaningfully in this game. I think at least to open up some space on the other side. They lose their tier 1 bottom, they gain their tier 1 top. So now the question is, what's going to be the next move? Because you know Supernova, they don't want to stop this train. I think they maybe just wait for this Primal Beast to have what? He's saving up money for what looks like a Blink Dagger potentially?
Yeah, I think Blink BKB is a good play for him. They can wait out Phoenix to get level 6 as well. Phoenix, I mean the Phoenix Hero, not Ember, obviously. Then collapse on the mid lane. This Venge and Beastmaster, like, it has always been a combo that's difficult to defend early on against. And they're proving it. They're proving that nothing has changed.
They're gonna try and mount a defense here in the
Dude,
lane.
Chola, what the hell?
A lot of HP lost. My god. That Sleight of Fist as well was quite painful into him. This might end up finishing off the push, but the Siege Dragon and the Dark Troll Summoner definitely will make sure the tower drops. Kama gets himself another tier 1 tower into the books, but they glimpse back Han, hoping to at least pick him up. The damage should be there, but they're coming in for the team fight. Shola, what a swap back. And he's still playing on low HP. Han, though, okay,
click
I'm
on
glad
the
he canceled the
Disruptor,
onslaught.
please. Yeah, it's clicked already. He's level 6, but he doesn't have ulti. I'm reading the patch notes, and I'm fairly certain you can still use Static Storm on level 6. Yeah, that's a rough one. I think that was probably a misclick.
Yeah, maybe it could have been that thing of, you know, he thought to himself, I might as well get off a spell during the glimpse, and then you realize, oh crap, I leveled it instead.
Pretty much, yeah.
Definitely a mistake, yeah.
Dire are scanning.
Meanwhile, Chola, he has a vengeful Veil of Discourse, by the way. An interesting build too. He's getting that and Solar Crest, just buffing up his allies as much as possible. I love Venge right now. You can build just pretty much anything on her and she's gonna be strong. Doesn't even have to be a support. Like, we've seen offlane Vengeful Spirits, we've seen mid lane Vengeful Spirits.
It's just a good hero. Definitely we need some nerfs after these qualifiers in the run-up to TI. Otherwise, we're going to see her pretty much every single game. Which is, though, not the worst, right? She's kind of a fun hero to watch. I don't like the Ags Venge as much, but I like these Venges that go a bit more utility-focused. That's kind of interesting to me to watch.
I think Ags is good if you're a core. If you're not a core, then it's way too expensive. Like, by the time you buy it, you could have had 2 utility items, so...
Oh. So check this out. We were wondering earlier about the itemization from Han's Primal Beast. And he is not going for the standard Blink
shit.
BKB. He is rushing a Heart-of-Tarrasque, my friend.
Okay. That's, yeah, you're playing into a Doom, right? And it doesn't mute you anymore, so you just get that heart and you run away from being doomed. Interesting, but you could also say that, yeah, why not get a BKB and just pop it if it does happen. But alright, they just want to tank up. I feel like they want to be crushing this game early on. Is there anything else that you find interesting? Like, for me, it's all kind of normal. Linken's on Morphling. Ember getting the Maelstrom. I guess they're just waiting for the Helm of Overlord on Beastmaster and they're ready on Supernova.
Yep.
He's blocking himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, like they're a little bit sadistic. Like Vengeful first getting hit by the tower mid 20 times.
Are scanning.
Beastmaster losing all his HP, being blocked by Ancients.
They're making the game entertaining, man. You know, don't want to make it too easy. You don't go to TI, or rather, if you're at TI, it's not about whether or not you can win the easy games. It's about what you do in the game is super tough. And so far, the game's been too easy for them. So he's introducing some artificial difficulty.
Well, Team Bright is gonna try to smoke up, make it a bit more difficult for them. And you know why the game was so static? Why nothing could happen? Because Disruptor didn't have level 7. Like he didn't have ulti. Now that he has ulti, Team Bright can actually make a move or two. But this is already like a minute or two too late, in my opinion.
I mean, what's also kind of sucks is because they took too long to make this move. Supernova already sort of ready for it, and they finished off the full Helm of the Overlord. So they'll be showing up to the fight with the Granite Golem as they smoke up themselves. Doesn't seem like they're going to find the biggest target in the world. Irving, though, has just used Midas. At the very least, used the Midas before dying. But he is definitely dead. Magic Missile, a little bit overlaid with the Primal Roar, but they should still have the damage to find this kill. As Han shows up with the Pulverize, not even needed in that situation, as they easily clean up the Doom.
Yeah. At the same time, their smoke didn't work because they had no tier 1 on the mid lane. And the creeps were pushing in, so someone had to defend it. Someone had to show himself, or the smoke would be too obvious. Like, even if they did smoke, they'd probably run into all of them on side of Supernova. It wouldn't be good.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Easy tier 2 tower to come from this. Not that hard for them to try and pick this one up, with considering the speed of their push overall. And because they didn't really commit any big ultimates, I feel like whoever comes in could still end up dead. Irving, not the safest place to be, buddy. Magic Missile will catch him. They're not fully committed just yet. Han decides to turn the direction, drifting past. He's like, I actually don't want to get involved. I'm out of here.
Nice little
Dire's middle tower
onslaught
is under attack.
to the side. Never mind, changing his mind. Top lane.
Yeah, they're going for this Morphling
There's-
inside the Static Storm, but there's absolutely no way they get this kill. While this is happening, Han and Phoenix were just playing around with each other, but then Dong ends up just being able to run down this Disruptor, who glimpses back the Vengeful Spirit, but it will not help you in this situation.
She managed.
That was... Why did they do that, Lizard? That was never going to happen, right?
Radiant
I guess they expected Static Storm to hit before Attribute Shift. That's it. Like, that's the only plausible reason. And Drow, because of marksmanship, is still pretty solid against Morphling. But yeah, I think that was really, really low chance of succeeding.
What can you do? The reward did not come to them. Dong continues to get stronger,
is under attack.
building into this Manta style next so he can get rid of the Gust and play around that. Then all of a sudden, the only thing he's concerned about is the full Hex combo.
top.
And they might try to use it onto him. They really want Dong here. Imitator TP'd in, but doesn't have any allies nearby enough to start the initiation.
They're gonna rush.
Dire's middle
They have this Beastmaster Morphling combo. It's pretty strong, plus the Vengeful Medallion on her as well. This rush will fall very fast. I don't think... Yeah, they're not even thinking about committing or fighting it. Honestly, Team Bright, they so far haven't done a single move in the game. Everything that they've done was kind of reactive. Just reacting to Supernova's moves. Axe on Drow,
You know
by
what?
the way. That's the next build.
Okay. She wants that hypothermia going.
It's
All
pretty
right, I
good,
see.
right?
It's fine. It is pretty good. I mean, you're playing into like some Morphling. They have Phoenix Sunray. They've got the... What's that skill? The Uproar from the Primal Beast.
Heart
That
of
makes
the
sense. I
Rask
can
as
get
well,
this.
right? Like all the primal. Yeah, it's a ton of stuff.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's
All
bottom
right.
tower is under
We shall see
Hex.
exactly how things go here as they hex out this Vengeful Spirit. There's even going to be a Static Storm drop down as well. They really want Chola, but Chola's still alive. Sunray healing him up. At the same time, Primal Roar was committed onto Irving, and Han finishing off Imitator, getting glimpsed back before he can kill Undyne. And doesn't seem like Supernova can find any other targets easily. I mean, they'll still take it, because this means a tier 2 tower in the top lane.
Yeah, that felt kind of desperate.
Radiant's top
Like you're using a lot of your spells just to take down Venge. You can say it's desperate, but at the same time, maybe they had a plan. Yeah, even if we kill the support, at least we'll stop their push. It will move them off of us, but once again, another move that was very unlikely to succeed.
It's so
Ember is
surprising to
chasing
me
though.
that they have been struggling to do anything. Given their two supports, right? Lion, Disruptor. If you just say these supports to me, I'm expecting that team to be incredibly active on the map.
Yeah, I agree completely with you, but this new patch and the way it's so hard to get not level 7, it's just unless you're having a good game as a support, it slowed them down tremendously. And then on top of that, I have a Phoenix still didn't, I don't know, have his morning coffee. He's a bit slow today when it comes to rotations. So he wasn't really leading the charge. And then you have two supports that realistically, one needs levels, the other needs items. Like Lion didn't have a blink, so you couldn't really do a lot. That's how I'm seeing it, at least. And right now, even though they do have everything that they need, it's not enough, because there's Helm of Overlord already, this Granite Golem just running around, giving everyone HP. You have Morphling with Aegis.
Smurf is huge. Aegis, Linken's, Manta style, about to crack level 15. And they're actually going to put some damage on the tier 3. They have to come back, Team Bright, or they're going to end up losing at least half of this tower's health.
They're gonna lose
They're going
it.
for it. They're going to straight up lose it. They have to pop the glyph just to muscle them away, but they might not even need to leave here. They're setting up to try and fight this. We see them getting the steering chains out. Phoenix getting caught by his own chains here. They will find the heals onto Dong to make sure that he doesn't die. And Han now jumping into the fray, getting off the pulverize, but cancelled out by the static storm. Before he can get out though, they try to put some damage on him before realizing that, man, this guy has a heart. He is actually super tanky. He goes back in, trying to get the onslaught out onto the Doom, and they swap him back to save his life. But here's the glimpse. Finally, they have an opportunity to kill Han. The damage coming through from Heat, and they get the kill. Phoenix credited with the golden experience. All right, something positive happening for Team Bright as they defend the high ground.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to just go ham as much as they did. Even though you have a heart, it's still it's still not that simple. There's some, not a lot of percent-based damage, but Infernal Blade is hurting him quite a bit too. Like, it's on autocast from Doom, he's just hitting Primal Beast all the time. Like 3000 HP, 3% from Doom, it's quite a bit. I actually thought that they might just lose the game right there because of the build from Drow too. Like, she's getting not enough levels, plus she's going for Axe, so her damage output isn't that huge at the moment. But it worked out.
All worked out in the end. Team Bright will tell you that everything was hashtag calculated. They were just giving the gold lead away so that the kill bounties are worth more when they eventually get them. Nice, nice, nice.
Is that what it is? I see. The long con.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's what you're doing every time I spectate you. I get it.
It's like, you fool. I'm baiting you into, like, someone's gonna say, oh, this guy's lost 5 games in a row. Let's double down on the next bet. And then that's when I win.
They smoke up though. One thing that Supernova didn't do that last fight is they didn't commit. Like, they just kind of left Primal Beast after the swap. They didn't use the egg, they didn't really commit with anything else, so it might be different now.
Oh, no. Irving? Oh, he doesn't actually get roared. I thought Kama was gonna roar him right then and there, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. He kind of just moved to the side instead of towards the Doom. I'm sure... Yeah, I'm sure that could have been a kill.
No, it was daytime as well, right? So they had the very clear vision there. Oh, well, these things happen. Team Bright will, of course, be very glad that that happened. It will give them a little bit more time. And Irving can just post up in front of the tower, hoping that he can finish off these arcane boosts before the fight breaks out. And all in all, this is still buying time for Heat. Heat is slowly but surely catching up in the net worth charts. And once you have the Aghanim Scepter, it becomes a little bit easier for you to achieve as that hero.
Yeah, defending is going to be easier at least. I still don't think that they have what it takes to make an aggressive move, but defending their high ground is going to be much, much better. But look at this rotation. This is actually quite sick. Sadly for them, a courier is following them. Will it be... Okay, they pinged it. Yeah, it's been scanned out.
Nice.
Yeah, a single courier just ruins your move completely. That's just sad.
We've all been there. And that was a really cool move as well, right? They literally drew the perfect line on the map. They knew exactly where they were going. Ah, well.
Yep.
That just keeps the game going for us, slowing things down ever more. And this 8k gold lead that Supernova have had for a while, it's sort of plateaued, right? They haven't been increasing it for quite a lot of minutes.
Oh yeah, they're getting back a little bit. At the same time, Morphling, BKB, Lincolns. Very difficult to take down. I guess Han, he could get his BKB first. After that, the fights are gonna be easier. You've got a lot of things coming for Supernova. The next clash will probably be on the Rosh pit. When it may respawn in a minute. Okay, so that's gonna be the top side Rosh.
Yeah.
I believe that the next fight is gonna break out over there.
I like what Supernova are doing so far. Already positioning heroes to defend any movements to that side. And they have some wards just by the Lotus pool. The only ward they don't have is that high ground one covering the Twin Gate, but it's still kind of difficult for them to make that move to the area for the side of Team Bright. So they might have to apply pressure elsewhere. And as I say this, they're immediately down bottom. Heat is like, well, nothing else to do, boys. Let's just keep the side of the map pushed out, force somebody to respond so we have space to head into the Roche pit ourselves.
Yeah, he's not. They're still just not playing the game. Let's put it that way when it comes to moves, because they can't really do anything. Supernova, they're just stacked as 5. How many times did you see some singular movements on the map? Very rarely. And if you're Team Bright, you can't really pick off anyone. You don't have the burst, even though you have a Lion. You just don't have the ways at the moment. So just split and wait for the drought to become big enough. Oh,
that means that they're going to benefit quite highly from this. Dong's courier, what was on it? Ultimate orb. It's just the first one. So, okay, it's not like it finishes off the Skadi. He should still have it not that long from now.
Yeah,
but this...
It's better to have the branch in the inventory anyway, right? Han?
More efficient. Mid lane. Han getting glimpsed back into a bit of an awkward position. He will get doomed here, and here comes Heat to throw in the necessary damage. Imitator collecting his second finger stack of the game by just zapping him out of existence. They're going to smoke up immediately, Lizard. They're going to try and fight more.
That's huge, because they know that Rosh might respawn already. So that pickoff, it couldn't have been in a better timing, right? Because from that point onwards, you can just move back top, protect Roshan, maybe ward it up, put yourself in a better position. But you need to be faster. They're just chilling a bit too long, I think.
Right, let's see what's up. Imitator, he's going to be the one out the gate. Woof! And he gets thrown right back into the gate as they burst in between Shola and Dong. Where was his team? Team?
I think
squad?
I honestly think he was in the right position. Everyone else was kind of late. You're still in a 4 versus 5 situation. You're not in the best place in the game overall, and I think it's a bit risky to take that fight, but still, it's probably the best opportunity they had.
Yeah.
This is you're just giving away Rush right now. That's it. Like I don't think they're gonna contest it.
Okay, you know I know for sure that you're right that they're giving away Rush. Undyne just farmed a creep wave middle with Static Storm.
Yeah, that's normal, you know. Now in 2023, you use Static Storm for creeps.
He is building this Aghanim Scepter though. That's gonna make a substantial difference. It's one of the only things in the game that can still mute items, so he's gonna be looking forward to dropping that on the Morphling, preventing the BKB from coming out. Roshan about to return to life. He's back up now. Got himself a cheese to give away to whoever brings him down. Also, I'm very surprised. Kama was farming this top jungle, and he didn't manage to take away their Young Wisdom rune, but nonetheless, Roshan is the bigger objective.
He didn't. It was right next to him, right? And he still didn't go.
Yep.
I noticed as well. Oh well, they do get rushed at least, like you said. The Aegis and Cheese, and this should be the go time for them. I'm still not. If Disruptor gets his Aghanims fast enough, how close is he? He's actually had. He's got it. Yeah. I'm still not completely sold that Supernova have got this game. I feel that they're in a strong lead with the Cheese, with the Aegis, with all the items that they've got, but pushing high ground is not gonna be simple. They still need to get a pick off first.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Also about to get level 18 on the Drow Ranger, so we'll have top shelf marksmanship. Irving really wants a Lotus Orb, but still a little bit far from level 18 or Aghanim Scepter himself. But it all depends on whether or not he dies here. I think right now we should be paying attention to the buybacks, because as he dies, he might want to buy back if he has it, but sadly he does not. So this push is going to be 4v5.
Yeah, these kind of deaths, they just hurt you so much. They needed a pick-off, and I expected a pick-off to happen somewhere on the map, somewhere far from the high ground, but they get this, and it's an instant push.
Oh, a little bit slow on the Static Storm there. They allow Phoenix, the hero, to be able to jump away, so they can't finish him off. That means they still have access to the Supernova. Now they've blown the Static Storm. Although this Morphling is taking quite a bit of damage, able to wave from away just in time. Shola in an awkward position though, he will get right-clicked down.
Any glimpse?
And now he glimpses back onto Han as well. Immediately hexed by Imitator. Karma's gonna pop the BKB, TP out there, abandon the Primal Beast, and he's gonna end up dead here. Despite his best efforts, the kill goes the way of the Drow Ranger. Heat with the double. And yet again, Team Bright with the high ground defense.
It's really difficult, like you're pushing high ground versus the Drow. She's pew-pewing from long distance. A tier 3 token also left, by the way, by Supernova. They didn't pick it up. So I think they have an extra item. Is that possible even? I feel like it is. It was just on the ground. Anyways, the push I felt should have been a little bit easier considering Doom is dead, but Drow just proving me wrong. This hero is ridiculous. Combo her with the Disruptor or with Lion mid.
Yep. It looks like we're about to have a dead Beastmaster. Nice little swap back from Shola. And now it might be Imitator that's in danger, but no, Phoenix comes in. Phoenix wants to actually get the backlines. Was looking for the Beastmaster. Not going to be able to find him just yet. But we also have a Doom now thrown out onto the Phoenix. And Phoenix will indeed end up dead. Look at this. Static Storm catches Dong on the high ground. They burst away his Aegis of the Immortal. And they're waiting for round 2. Heat has the Gust. He has BKB available to waveform down. The question is, can he escape? As they have so much Pierce coming in from Heat. Phoenix now looking towards the edge of the fight. Finding him with the Searing Chains. And they also get him with the Glimpse. Dong is gonna die. And Han, who's just respawned, finds out that he can't do anything to help his teammates, nor can he do anything to help himself. Imitator will pop the finger on him. It's not gonna be enough to kill, but it softens him enough for Phoenix to take him down. All of a sudden, it actually turns into 4 heroes being dead on the dire side of the map, and it's here to tower about to drop, and the gold lead claimed by Team Bright for the first time in this game.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous. It looks even like a game. At least one side, because the tier 2s are still alive on the sidelines, but my god, did Supernova just lose any or all lead that they've had. It's crazy, like you just try to push high ground, you get punished like that. I thought the teams... I don't even blame them, because they picked off the Doom, right? It's 4 versus 5 still. I felt that the push was solid. They just wouldn't commit. I think maybe Morphling with the BKB and Aegis and Primal Beast with Heart and Cheese could have committed a little bit harder on that high ground push down left.
Oof. Well, we've all been here before, Lizard. When you're winning the game, you fail one push, and then you lose a lane of racks 2 minutes later. And you're like, wait, what?
There's a roar.
How do we get to this point in the game? A roar out onto Disruptor. I'm not sure they can get this kill, though. And Han definitely doesn't want to jump in for this one. And he gets glimpsed back during his onslaught. I think they actually did him a favor there. I'm not so sure it would have been the best idea, but
well,
they're gonna smoke up with the whole squad. They're going for the next fight.
I really think that Radiant can fight this if they're on the high ground.
They are indeed. They find the first stun out onto this Vengeful Spirit. They get a Hex out onto Han as well. And Han now in a lot of trouble, getting doomed up. does get off the BKB, but he can't participate anymore in this fight. He's trying to get away with his low HP, trying to TP out to safety. He'll be able to do so, but unfortunately, Shola will not be so lucky, nor will Karma, who gets zapped down. Debuff immunity is no longer spell immunity, my friend, so you can still die with the finger right-click combos. Another double kill for Drow, and they might just try to go for the tier 2 tower top now.
Yeah, Morphling is trying to def it a little bit with his illusions, at least push out one creep wave.
Dire's middle barracks
Should be kind of successful, I think. Let's see, yeah, the protection kicks in. It was a nice smoke from Supernova, but two of their players broke the smoke to outpush the wave. Because of that, it was telegraphed where they are, so Team Bright could just set up on that high ground next to the river. It's kind of funny how... It's still funny to me that you can TP while doomed. You get doomed, you TP. It's just like, what the hell?
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That shouldn't be happening.
A new age of Dota, man. Things we've never seen in the past. Well, you know, you were talking in the draft about how this Drow Ranger hero, there's a reason why it gets picked into Morphling. There's a reason why it gets picked into Morphling. There's a reason why it gets picked into Morphling. Can be especially good in these late game scenarios where she's now suddenly the most farmed hero on the map. She has a bajillion items, about to pick up a Silver Edge as well. As Morphling, what do you do in this situation to try and deal with the Drow?
I think he's doing more or less everything right now. Maybe something earlier could have been done. Maybe the item build was a little bit too defensive earlier on. Like both the Link and Zen BKB, it slowed their push down a little bit, but it's kind of... I don't think that it's on him. Like overall, what can you do?
Oh, Phoenix catches both supports with the Searing Chains here. They do manage to get themselves away slightly, but they glimpse back this Sheep Phoenix and easily able to kill him off. They're looking for other targets as Waveform in from Dong, but the BKB active is able to bring down Imitator. And now they pop a BKB as well from Karma. They roll out this Drow Ranger. Drow is dying to the right-click damage.
Damn.
They finally get the kill. It's a double for the Morphling. Phoenix going to the back end of the fight to kill off Shola. Will be able to do so and try to get himself out of danger. Dong's still trying to chase though, and as soon as this Doom finishes, you know that Han is gonna go forward with this onslaught. Little does he know though that Undyne with this Blink Dagger, able to get himself away to safety. But still, huge fight from Supernova. They buy back on Sheep, yes, but it's definitely worth it to kill off the Drow.
Yeah, that's probably the first time that they fight where Drow isn't in completely god position. Like they just need to... I feel that the best way that they can fight is if they lead Team Bright out of their comfort zone, like off of the high grounds. If they can make that happen, if they can choose where they're fighting, it's obviously much easier for them. They do have ways of getting on top of her. Now they have damage too with a crit on Morphling. Small crit, tiny itsy bitsy chrysalis, but it's still something.
Might also be something paired with an Aegis as Roshan will make his presence known in 3 minutes. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
The game can...
Well, Team Bright, they aren't aware that this Roshan is sleeping in, so they're assuming it's happening right now. They're going to smoke into the area, trying to find a fight, but they did get scanned perfectly on their heads, so they're aware that this is happening. Who are they going to catch, though? They find Shola on the back edge, blow him up quite quickly. Undyne will die, though, to Dong, who has his BKB active, and they've just brought back on Shola as well. So Supernova intent on him holding this positioning. Primal Roar out onto Karma, but no follow-up from the rest of Supernova. They're just going to try and keep around the Twin Gates. Okay, it's 5v4, but they still have Doom available, and they still have all the Phoenix spells as well, so they might not be forced away just yet.
Yeah, they're actually going in. The Venge has been scouted out. She's just dead again. That's a dieback.
A dieback on her. At the same time, Han jumps onto this Doombringer. They're able to bring down Irving. He buys back, but Dong is on so low HP. He dies to Heat, who's able to bring him down with just pure right clicks. Is there going to be any counter here? Supernova gets dropped down. I don't think they'll be able to deal with this very easily. I say that, but Drow just right clicks it down to get a triple kill. Might be able to pick up an Ultra here as Imitator blinks away from Karma, enables an Ultra kill from this Drow Ranger. Heat can't get a rampage because everybody is dead, and Supernova just call it. GG, well played. They throw in the towel. They give up the ghost. Drow Ranger is a bit too strong for them to deal with.
For a game which was going completely